Hi, I'm Deborah Hayes, and I'm the graduation coordinator at Georgia Piedmont Technical College. And it gives me great honor and privilege to speak to you about my testimony with the Ringer Employment Solution Agency and their M.O.V.E. program. 3 years ago, so you're going to have to delete that, but approximately 3 years ago, I was unemployed, and I found myself in a devastated posture because I had never really been unemployed in some 40 plus years of employment. And being in my senior years, or what I felt were twilight years, I was a little uneasy and apprehensive, even though I wouldn't admit it. A friend of mine told me about the Ringer Employment Agency, and I also had heard about the M.O.V.E. program, and I decided that I would go ahead and take the leap of faith and attend one of their sessions. That session proved to be invaluable for me. At that particular workshop, there was a young lady who was our facilitator. She was assertive, she was honest, she was to the point, and she was trying to pull out everything that we possibly could need in order to have a successful interview, which talked about what our strengths were as well as what our weaknesses were. From that particular workshop, I knew how to ask the right questions. I knew how to posture myself to ask, what did the employer at that time and during the interview, what did the interviewers see me, how did they see me working in this particular institute? During that time, during the interview, I got a lot of answers. They saw me as a faculty. They saw me working in data processing, as well as they saw me being a good candidate for the position that I was interviewing for. While I was at the workshop, one of the questions was, what is your weakness? What would be your strong point and your weak point? And what I was made aware of is really look at your application, look at the job requirements, find what is not on the job requirement and make that weakness, find a weakness that is not necessarily one of the strong points that they're looking for, even one of the minimum. In my case, I did not have to be bilingual. That was my weak point, that I was not bilingual. And thank God that wasn't a prerequisite for the job. The other thing was that, arrive early, dress for success, speak clearly, don't over-interview, and then lastly, ask how soon would you hear from them. The one thing I did do, I'll let you know, is that because of my computer skills, I went back home, I looked up their directory, and I sent each and every one that I interviewed a thank you email saying thank you for the time and attention that they had given me for that particular interview. One of the guys in the interview they were still interviewing people, and he said, wow, I got an interview from this lady. And people around the circle were like saying, why did you get an email? Not realizing that I had sent an email to everybody. That, I think, was one of the sealers in me getting the job. And by the way, this is a full-time job. I've been here 3 years. I'm the graduation program specialist here at Georgia Piedmont Technical College, which consists of graduation applications, awarding students, denying students, sitting with students and talking to them, encouraging them about their future, sometimes having a positive way of saying no and letting them know that it's not the end of the world if they're not graduating. I also interact with the division chairs of all the different divisions. We have 4 divisions: business information systems, we have industrial technology, health and professional services, and of course general education. And so I interact with a lot of people. And so what I want to say is, bottom line is, you need to be a Ringer Employee Agency student. You want to have success, you want to get out there and get a job that's for you, and when you know that it's yours, you'll interview using all of the things that they have taught you how to use to be successful in obtaining your job. Thank you.